Mr. Carson, we're waiting a few minutes for the students to come in there.
Uh,
All right, sir. Stop this. All right, so I'm gonna put 5 more minutes on the clock because it's usually all the time I could really give them, so we can get started. If you want, while you're waiting, Mr. Carson, the assignment's already in Edsby. You can begin on it if you want. I'm just gonna go through it with you guys. So read the directions and go to the link for the new project. You can get started on it. See who's here in class. All right, I gotta contact Miss Greer. Allen's not here. Brown's not here. Carson's here. Cervantes is not here. Miss Cherry's not here yet. Roman Davis not here. Goss is not here. Greer is not here. Computer issue looks seems like. Harris not here. Hill not here. Giovanni not here. Jackson not here. Jones is not here. Lee is not here. Love is not here. Miss Robinson's not here yet. Miss Vernon's not here yet, and Miss Worthy's not here. All right, save this to Office. Come back to it when the students. I know I gotta find the numbers. Uh,
so is this like the last project we did?
you said the last part of what?
Is this like the last project we did?
No, this is yeah. Well, it's like it, but it's not the same. I mean, you
Yes.
gotta right. You got to redo it with your own code and characters, but
Okay.
same process. Huh?
Okay.
What'd you say, Carson?
I said okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. You was breaking up. I couldn't hear you, but I got you now. All right. So I call Greer. All right. Let me get started with you. Finish off this report for Miss Greer. 58 seconds. You should resize your screens, Mr. Carson, like I've done, so you can get another one on there. All right. Stop that. And let's get ourselves going. Okay. So, where are my norms at? We can go through the norms, me and you, real quickly. Um, Usually we do it as a class, but I think everybody's still trying to come out of the weekend mode. Uh, so 1 second. You're going to check the camera and microphone and see where we are. Right. 5 norms. There you go. All right, let's get this started. They're gonna be behind if they miss this class today because they got to do this project and the next one for tomorrow. Oh Lord, oh Lord. All right, so let me blow this up. Are you able to see the norms on my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to just do the 5 basic norms because it's just me and you, and then if there's other people come back, this is for participation. But can you read those off real quick?
Okay.
One through five only.
All right. Number one says no one has the right to hurt another person.
Okay.
Number two says education and the classroom are sacred.
All right.
Number three, we will never behave in a way that will discredit ourselves, our school, or family.
Right.
An Excel Academy Southwest student is always a lady or a gentleman. We take pride in Excel Academy of Southwest.
Awesome. 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 All right. So just me and you. So you got the advantage until another student comes in the room. So you should have this on your screen, right? Did you go to that link?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And did you click on see inside?
Yeah.
Awesome. So where are you at? Do you need my help to put these together, or you think you got it? Because I'm gonna make it. You should have made another window like this, right?
Yeah. I
And
got
right, so you could side by side work. Now you could choose to work on this side of the screen, or this. It's up to you. You don't have
it.
to do exactly as I did it, but you do want to be able to see the code and work on it. So I did it this way over the weekend with my son when I was playing with this, and I guess it's better, so you won't get confused. So this right here should be the code on my screen. I'm just telling you what I did. And over here, you click on create. You go back to scratch, click on create, and you open it up. All right. Yeah, there it goes. And you get a whole new page now. Now
Hmm.
you have the shared button feature, right? Already done.
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure when you're doing that. And the very first thing you want to do is remember you cannot use this character, which is Sonia, I think.
Hmm.
You want to delete the new character sprite they give you. That's a default they put in there. And from there, you want to just begin coding like like it looks over here. Now you do got to choose a backdrop. It
Hmm.
can't be. Okay, hold on. Miss Greer is. Oh, she made it. I just called her. There's Miss. See, I told you. There they come. Uh, okay. All right. All right. All right. So you keep working, Carson. I'm gonna try to get the students that just came in on point. Uh, okay. All right. So I see. I gotta go back to my attendance now. So Miss Greer, you're here. Did you fix your situation? Because I seen your message today.
My computer is doing this.
It's doing. Oh, so you want to share?
I'm gonna show you.
All right. I'm gonna stop presenting. Give me 1 second.
No, I'm not. I'm
You're
not.
not gonna present.
I'm gonna turn my camera on.
Oh, you're on your cell phone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Well, you can still code some of this stuff and get started on your phone too. But show me what your computer's doing. And Miss Love is here, just writing the attendance in. That was real smart because I was like, she still can get on her phone to Google Meet. Okay, where's my attendance list? Here it is. There we go. Okay, so I want to mark Miss Greer present. Okay, let's do that. And then because they said up to 10 minutes for you guys. You guys just made it before you consider just late period. So I'm trying to fix this right now. Students, time to get in there. Okay, so you guys are present. That's good. Again, you definitely want to be here. Like, oh, she left. What happened? She just got here. So there's this ninth day thing. That's why I'm not being petty. But okay, wait. Now, are you on your
Okay.
phone now? Or are you? What are you doing, dear?
Yeah, I'm on the phone, but my computer just do this. It won't come on.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull up your screen so I can see what you're doing. I gotta pin your screen, and it's frozen like that.
Yeah, it just do that. It won't come on.
Did you hold down the power button?
Yes, I did, and it been doing this for like since like last week, and I my mom called
She
the
contacted the
man that
school,
do the computers.
Mr. Irving.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had talked on the phone and stuff, and he was like, "But they don't got no new compute. They don't got no more computers in right now." So
Oh, all right. Well, lucky for you, it's Scratch and all the projects until you can get another computer. You can do on your cell phone, and you can follow along. So, did you download the code? Are you able to get into Edsby on your phone?
yeah.
Okay, so try it that way. I'd rather you not, because of this incident, lose any days towards your 9 day rule. So, if you can see my screen, you probably can't resize it like I've done, but you can definitely open up this code here and get started on making it your own. You got to use your own character and and your own backdrop. All right, so
Okay.
take a moment and try to get set up and logged in to Edsby and your Scratch account because that's how you save your work. Thank you for turning on your camera too. By the way, I gotta go around the room. Let me see who else is in here so far. Miss Love, I need you to turn on your camera and your microphone so I can make sure you're here. All right. Okay, you gotta say something in the microphone and the camera, dear.
Um, okay.
You got it?
I said okay.
Okay. All right. Now I see you. Thank you. You sleeping. You should get up. All right. So what we got? We got Carson. You already turned on your camera, right, Carson?
No.
Can you do that for me, sir? I mean, I checked the recording, but thank you for your honesty. Turn on your camera, please.
I got you.
There you go. Thanks, sir. All right. So everybody, are y'all clear on how to do this project? So I basically I left it to just one sprite this weekend for you guys, and all you got to do again. Let me start presenting again. Oh, I am presenting. Okay. Um, is create this line of code. Now, if you're on a computer, you want to resize this code just like this. Okay. And again, if you do your work on a Scratch account that's confirmed and you can share your projects, you guys can be walking around and setting up your code, and then come back home and sit at a computer from cell phone to computer, and continue working on it. This assignment is due by 8 p.m., but you kind of don't want to wait till tomorrow to be like, oh, I'm turning it in, because it's going to be another project. All right. And this is all getting you guys ready to build and code for something that's really special next week. And that's where you use make code. Now, make code, let me show you guys what I'm talking about, because it uses blocks too, but I'm taking you away from the scratch projects and into how do we program robots and how do we automate things. So let me type in make code. Maybe I can show you. I think I saved it. This is confusing. Well, how is it confusing if all you have to do is follow the same code? So I could call your parent and we can sit down and talk, Miss Love. I mean, but all you're doing is following the sample code. There's nothing to be confused about, dear. All right, this is Miss Vernon. That's called following directions. That's all you got to do. All right, so let me see if Alika's okay. I see her name. Now I wonder, did she get her microphone? Miss Vernon, are you able to talk now, or you still got that problem? Because I know I reached out to Irvin already. She there? She's here. Microphone's off. Does your camera work, Miss Vernon? So your microphone doesn't work, okay? All right. What about your camera? Okay, I don't see nothing. Oh, Greer left. I hope she comes back. You gotta stay the whole pier. You guys can't be cutting out. And in a minute, once I talk about this make code here, and how we're gonna do certain things, uh, I want to jump into Minecraft, but Miss Love is making it seem like this will be too confusing. But
I don't like
we
my.
You don't like Minecraft? Well, it's game development. I wasn't trying to get you to like it. I was trying to teach you how to develop
Nah, I
games.
know, I know. I just said I never liked the Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, this is not more playing the game. It's about building the worlds and stuff. So I'm definitely going to use this because this is a recommendation from CPS to get you guys into computer science. And pretty much all next week, just to give you a heads up, we're going to be creating these microbit codes. And then we're going to move further and further away into, I think it's called Adafruit. Is it? And these are simulations that we can use to program things. The goal would be able to get you to this level with the EV3s, because then you could probably start helping out robotics students or engineering students, and they're having this come up too. I think they're going to start right here. So basically, if you have a computer, I'm going to say this again. These are the instructions. You want to set up two screens, uh, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to chime in after I want to say 10 minutes. Give you all 10 minutes to like at least do these two blocks, and you have to share out. So when you share your screen, you're just going to share this blocks of code. So that's the when clicked. How do we find that again? In case you forgot, come over here. Make
Go
sure I'm
to
presented.
control.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so you already did this, huh, Carson? Okay. So I think he said I'm over here. I should be over here. Okay. There we go. So I'm gonna take the when click, right? That came from events. And I think he said control, because if you look at the color of it, let's see, is it control? No, control is no, it's not control, it's events. That's what it was. So almost, Mr. Carson.
Yeah,
But what does it say? It has a looks. Is that in the look section? Or
yeah,
was it in the motion?
that's the looks.
Okay, I'm looking for say.
Is
Do
it
you
the
see
top,
it? So at the bottom
top?
or the top? Okay. I
At the
don't see it
beginning,
on my list over
beginning of look.
here. Hmm?
It should be at the beginning.
The beginning? Okay. Well, this is from last week. So let me see. Let me come out. Motion, say. Because I'm not starting completely over. I think it's thinking, yeah, Untitled 14. So you're going to take, does everybody have the say block? I want to be sure of that. I know Carson said he had it. Yeah, so I got to change mines. But it has this, the say is, let me go over here and see where it is. Yeah, it is in here. So this is just where I'm at. I got to fix my screen. But if you look here, you got say, and you'll drag it over and you'll put in, let me blow this up. So you would put in, I can calculate the area. You keep all of this stuff the same. That's what I wanted to tell you guys before I started the clock. All right. You don't really change anything. This block here, the green one, that'll be an operators, I think, right? So we come down and it's like, what does it say? Join. And it's join right here. This is kind of like an and statement where you're combining two things. So once you grab the join block, you're going to put something in it. Now, the first thing is, looks like the area is that's what you type. But this bubble here for area, we come here to control. Okay. Oh, Miss Greer's back. Okay. Welcome back, dear. Uh, so I got the area button, right? For variables. And you got to come here. This is the most important part and turn it on. Now, again, I'm going to set the clock and I want you to focus on these two sections of the code. Because I think it's teaching you how to use variables now. And tomorrow we're actually going to do a variable project. So the green one more time, operators. That's where you get that from. And remember, it goes inside. You got to grab the say block and then put these things inside the correct way. All right. So I think I've talked enough. You need 10 minutes to get that much done and use this time to stretch your legs a little bit. But we still got to finish this third section of code or string of code. Let me throw this away. You can right click on it if you have a mouse and delete it. And then you could delete this
Are
one
we
as
are we
well.
using the same sentences?
You mean sentences? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. So yeah, you gotta type it the same way because this is like a calculator for you. Did anybody play the code from the project, or you
I,
didn't see what it did? So let me go through it real quickly so you at least see what it's supposed to do. And if you have it right all the way done, then you can just demonstrate. So let's go back to the C project part. And this is, you can see this either way if you have your project going too. That's why you have a Scratch account. So I'm gonna just click on this here to blow it up. And then when I hit the green flag, what happens is I can calculate the area of a rectangle, right? And then adjust the slides to the top left to set the width and height. Now, this is actually what your code's supposed to do with your own character and your own background. Click on me, and she said, click on me when you're ready to calculate. So it was already set for 6 as a length and 10 as a width. And the area, you always know for a simple box, is about length times width. All right. So if we move this to 13, we move this to 17, and then we click on her, what did she say? Well, that's 17 times 13 is 221. Now you can get the perimeter by hitting the space bar, she said. 60. All right. Now, if you want to look at the calculations for that, you can. But in terms of just the computer science portion for this class, take this 10 minutes to actually get this far in the code. I'm going to adjust my screen so I can code with you guys. Hello, Miss Robinson. You there? Hello, Miss Robinson.
Hello.
You turn your camera on for a second, dear. Just make sure it works. Thank you. All right. So, uh, are you on a computer or a cell phone? Thanks, Vernon. I
Um,
seen some. You said phone.
yeah,
All right. Now it's gonna be easier to be on a computer, but you can do these projects on Scratch. Did you make a Scratch account yet?
yeah,
Okay. So log into Scratch if you're gonna work on your phone, and like I said, it's gonna be kind of tough to go screen to screen on a cell phone, but in ESB, if you log into that as well, the assignment's here. And everybody was pretty much, they had 10 minutes coming down to the last minute to work on this is the original project, but to at least have this string of code and this string of code completed in that 10-minute time. So just take a moment, try to catch up. Let me take a quick attendance again. So Miss Robinson's arrived. All right. Let's see here. How much time is left? Yikes. All right. So, circle back to this to help everybody get participation points. Let me shut this thing off. Okay. So now we got a lot more people here. Let's go through this to try to help some scores. I'm going to call your name, and all you got to do is just read what's on the screen. So, number one, these are the academic norms, by the way. Mr. Carson, can you do number one? Mr. Carson, are you there?
Yeah.
All right. Can you read number one, please?
It says we respect the opinions of others.
That's awesome. Who's next in the list? Let's take a look here. Ms. Vernon, can you type in the chat number two? You just simply copy and paste it over, or if you have it up, or you can type that in there real quick, and I'll come back to you see if you got that. Number three, Miss Robinson, can you read that?
we are attentive and participate.
Thank you. Miss Love, number four.
We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers.
Thank you. And the last one, let's see, Mr. Carson, can you take care of that? And thanks, Miss Vernon. Mr. Carson, can you read number five?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
All right, everybody got those points. All right, now for the bigger amount of points, presentations. Who has completed at least these two segments of code? So you should have at least up to this point completed. You should have been chosen your own backdrop and your own sprite. And remember, you got to be clicked on the sprite to make sure the code goes with the sprite. And when you click on it, you can see it is checked. So if I go to backdrops, you click on stage in case you forgot how to do that. And then you just come down here and you choose any backdrop you want. Okay. So it can't be the backdrop and the character. I just want to make sure that's known. Don't get mad because if you chose this character, you did all that code, you have to delete that character and redo all your code. So when you see I click on stage, the thing I wanted to show you guys last week, and I don't know who got credit for it, if you have this in the project by 8 p.m. tonight as well, what I was saying is come here to your backdrop after you select it, of course, and you could put your own image in there. Now, make sure it's clean if you're going to do that. These are creativity points. And also, you could put in your backdrop, once you have it selected, your own sound. So you can record a sound and record or upload a sound that you think goes with your project. And then if I come back to code, you can code it as well. Now, what would you code in there? Or you can come here to a when clicked, just showing you something you can do if you choose. Play a sound, and once you load that sound or save it, you can hit record here, and it'll go into your project, or you can choose a code from the sound listings, right? And that's here. Okay, so this video will be available again if I went too fast explaining that, but I want to see who's ready to present first to get the next round of participation points. So who has finished? Let me delete these because that was just an explanation. Notice I have the backdrop selected with this, but who's ready to present at least what they have so far? Type in the chat first though, just don't blurt out. Let's see here. So no one's ready, is that what it is? Should I be giving you a little more time?
I can go. I'm just.
You
I
say
can.
you can?
Yeah.
All right, well go ahead present. Let me stop presenting. And you have the floor, sir. Let's take a look. Again, these are participation points that can help out anything that you may be insufficient with or lacking credit on. But you gotta be participating in the class to at least get out of this class. Don't be the student that sits there and just looks at the screen and try to get some extra sleep because it's gonna show on your scores. Okay, dang, you work fast. Okay, okay. Can you blow up the screen a little bit, like not the code, but the project? I just want to see. No, you do. You got. No. Go to the. You see where your project is? It's like the four arrows. It allows you to blow up your animation page. So come over to the right. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, now when you hit the flag, what happened so far? Okay, it's a few seconds. Okay, there's it is. I was like, it's only supposed to be a few seconds. Okay. All right. I think you're at the variable part, right? So you're not all the way done. You can come out of that by hitting that same button again. The yep. And can you zoom in a little bit on your code? I think you got looks like you got the second segment done. So you created your variables, right? You're almost. I'm seeing something. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
So
I,
you keep working on that because if you look at the code, let me present again. Are you gonna show me? Okay. So you have how many variables? Looks like you got length.
I got
Width.
three.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was asking you. Okay, so you didn't have no trouble with that.
mm,
Okay, keep going. Keep going. You did great for the first
I
round
was
of
just trying
points.
to see how the little bar things these right here. You see how they not like the one on the other project. I'm trying to see
Well,
how.
you got to figure that part out, man. But
All right.
you're doing good though. I can't give you all the tips to like right now, but you can do some more.
All right.
So work on that third segment of code because you got the first two that I asked for done.
Okay.
Anybody else would like to share out for points? That was all you had to do really. Yeah. Let me represent so I can show y'all what you gotta do again. Okay, so if we're here, Mr. Tyler, what words going in the bar? You got to look at the project, right? So did you open the project up, Ms. Vernon, or should I send a link in there? Because you in Esby, I gave you the project link. So let me go back. This is the project by itself. All right, so I'm gonna put the link in the chat in case no one has it or knows where to go. Maybe you didn't go to Esby first. Yeah, See, she said, can you send it? So again, if you're in Esby, you'll see it. If not, go to your chat. Help you out a little bit. Get started. All right. So can everybody at least say yes, I got that, or they see the code? Because once you get there, you'll click on see inside here. Am I showing the screen? I think I am. Yeah. Oh, you got it, Miss Love. Okay. So what about you, Miss Vernon? Did you get that? It's weird having to wait for her to type. Miss Vernon, by the way, what happened to Miss Cherry today? I know you guys are like real close. Yes, okay, you got it. All right. So if you click on see inside or see inside here, it'll allow you to go to the code. All right. And now this is all I was talking about inside the code. So once I have Sonia here selected, you'll see here She has, I can calculate the area of a rectangle. And then the next piece of line she has, adjust the sliders, which will be these, on the top of the screen, right? So once you get all of these together, right, the sliders should work because there's no other piece of code, right? Yeah, you got to put the sliders together. And you got to also don't forget to do your stage and put a little bit of music in the background, your own type of music. So let's see here. Let me go back. I know Miss Greer's here. I'm just checking again. I think that answers your question. Like, I'm at home. She's not. She's probably forgot. I'm at home. She's not here. She probably forgot her computer. Oh, okay. Well, you got to try to catch her up because one is that 9-day rule where you guys have to be in class without missing a beat. And then the other thing is turning it in on time because this is due at 8. So hopefully you're taking notes or you remember what to do to tell her to get started. And she can do this stuff on her cell phone too, by the way. What was I looking at? So this is where you're supposed to be. The next thing, big thing is for the students that came in a little late. Mr. Carson did good on this. You have to create variables. All right. So in order to do that, you come over here to my test page. You want to make sure you got that part of code done, and now we're here at this part. And if you click on variables, what will happen is you have to make a variable. So I made this variable. I think comes with it. But once you click on variables, you go to this box here that says make variable, make a variable. Once you do that, let's zoom this down some. You want to make it into the variables you need in the project. Now, this project has 1, 2, 3, 4 variables. So the first variable is going to be called area, right? It says for all sprites. You don't want to make it for all sprites. You can click on this sprite, but it's easy because if you had multiple sprites, it would do this variable for all of them. So I want you to just click for this sprite only because in the future, when you have variables for different sprites or characters, you don't want to get them confused for all the sprites. So I'm just going to say for this sprite, and then I'm going to hit OK. The next thing I'm going to do is click create the next variable, right? And so we did area. Next one is length. You're basically feeding the computer what it needs to recreate simulation I did for all sprites. And see the area and the length things, they popped up once you create the variables. Notice it says Avery, and this one, it probably it would say Sonia, but you got to tweak that if it doesn't. So hold on, let me come back. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. So you see here, the area is only for Avery, and that's because I set up that one just that way. Now I can delete that variable if you don't like it to say that, and make it again, and then call it area. Right? I see the screen, it didn't type right. There we go. So if I do for all sprites, you'll see it just says area. So I want you to make it where you have it for just this sprite and you have the specific sprite's name show up. If you did it the other way, don't panic. But I'm just showing you ways that you can add creativity to your project. How do you make variable? I'm explaining it now. Ms. Greer, oh, you want me to go over it again? You there? I just looked at the chat and she said, "How do you make a variable?" I'm talking about variable now. How do I add say part? Because I don't have that under looks. Right. Okay. Those are great questions. All right. Now, here's the issue. When you started off your with your sprite, you have to click on it. If you do not, say for instance, I clicked on the backdrop and I go to what is it? Looks. Is that where we're at? And you're looking for that say button, say block, right? So you notice it's over here in the look section. But look what happens if I deselect the character and I choose the stage. Because what that means to me is you do not have a sprite selected first. So you got to, like I've told you last week, you got to choose your sprite first. Then start coding because then you'll have other blocks that you have access to. So if I clicked on, look what happens when I click on stage. Do you see the say block anymore? No. That's because you're not starting with a sprite. And it's, they'll say some blocks are just for sprites only. Let's just say that. So to bring it back, I'm just gonna click on the sprite I selected a while ago, and then I'll see the say block, the think, and other ones that weren't visible for. So Linear, give that a try. And I'm gonna explain the variable setup again because it's 9:46, and I think I gave you a 10-minute break, but I want you to have time for next class. So we're gonna carry on to like 9:55, and then I'm gonna let you guys go because I want you to get as much of this done. I didn't give you too much today. You can't finish this and turn it in by 8, and please do, because by tomorrow it's only worth 20%, right? Get the full credit, just knock it out, and then there'll be a new project tomorrow as well. All right. Anyway, I told you about sound. It was variable we had to discuss. So if you come down to variables, I think it was Miss Greer asked this question in the chat. Let me just take away this screen and show you a totally new screen, right? So I started with Avery over here because remember we can't use the same sprites. We got to use our own. So make sure you choose one that's unique to you. If I click on Avery, you'll see, I got to click on her because to make sure she's here and I'm coding correctly. I'll see the code I've done already. Now, if I go to variables, you'll see I created area, length, and what was the other one we need? Perimeter and width. So it's like 4 variables. So to do that, I'm gonna go the same process I did for area and length. Click on make variable. And what variable I said I would start with? I'm gonna do perimeter. So perimeter, all right? And it's gonna leave it as all sprites if that makes it easier on you. If you clicked on the just for the sprite, Avery's name would show here. So you choose which one you want to do. And next is, what's our next variable we got to create? So it looks like width. So I'm going to click on make, right? And it's width, right? Hit OK. And so I look like I got all the same variables that they had. This, like I said, my variable here, you'll see this and it won't look like over here. That's just a variable that I started with when I was testing. I can remove that by right clicking on this stuff. So now it looks exactly the same. If you notice, they don't have it selected. That just that lets you know the variable will be seen. So if I come back here so you can see it, if I turn that off, you see perimeter go away. If I turn length off, it goes away. So make all of your variables visible so that people can see the calculations. If you don't, you can program your sprite to say whatever it is you want them to say. What time is it going to be uploaded? Because I'm kind of confused. Huh? What time is what going to be uploaded? Ms. Greer, I don't understand your question in the chat there. How do I add the say part? Because I think I helped her with the say part. That was at 9:45. Okay, so let me slow down for a second. What questions do you guys have? Turn on your microphone. I'm reading it, but we run out of time, and I don't know if you type as fast as I do. Does everybody understand the variable part at least? Because y'all was asking me questions about that. Okay, so now it's time for me to do that check, the technology check, and then we're going to power on to about 5 more minutes. So let me start with Mr. Carson. Can you turn your camera and your microphone on real quick? As we're coming towards the end now. Mr. Carson, are you there?
Yeah.
All right, need you to turn on your camera for a second. Thank you. Miss Love, are you there? Need you to respond and turn on your camera for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, camera, dear. I do. You got to turn on your camera, Miss Love. All right, Miss Vernon, I need you to turn on your camera when you get a second and respond in the chat. Same goes to Miss Robinson and Miss Greer. Thank you, Miss Love.
Why do
Thank
you
you,
have
Miss
to make
Vernon.
my camera?
Because we have to make sure you guys are present. We have students logging in for other students and stuff like that. So blame your fellow compatriots. People trying to be slick or something. I don't know. So that's why you got to turn your camera on. Make sure you get your credit for your attendance. Okay, so like I said, it is 9:51. In 4 minutes, I'm gonna let you guys go. But is everybody up? Okay, what was that question again? Hello? Oh, okay, okay. I was confused. All right, so basically, I think everybody knows what you got to do, right? I showed you the variables. That was the biggest piece of this, and I'm just talking a little bit, but you should just be trying to work on this and get it done because I'm gonna let you go in 4 more minutes. If you don't know where the green one is, this green block here, you go to operators, and it's join. And remember what I said when you do this one. Let me just do that real quickly if I can. You're going to be putting blocks inside of blocks. So don't get confused. So let me resize. And I'm looking side to side. I got to get the set, right? Which is this one. Snap that on there. And then I think this one is set for what? If we come here and look, it says set area. I got area. And there is 2 blocks. So we got to put a green one in there to get the 2 blocks in there, if you understand what I'm saying. So I'm come to the operators again. And inside you'll see join. But this block here, if you don't know what it is, it's multiplied. So if I come here and grab multiplication, I can put that there. Next, I need to grab my variables. So I go to my variable, and the very first variable is what? Length. Just plug it in there. Or maybe you should do it before you plug it in. Put it in there. Yeah, put this together before you slide it in. That was the other tricky piece. So you see what I'm doing? I got the multiplication operator. I took my variable, put length in there, and the other variable is width, right? So we're gonna go up here to width, and we're gonna put that in there. Next, we're gonna put it right inside of that variable. I mean, this set that we had selected for that previous step. So now that we have that, and this set is a big variable operator, so you find it in the same area. Next thing we need what is a say again. So I'm gonna go to looks, say, and you're gonna put. You got 2 things you got to put in there. You're gonna put the operator first. So work on the operator. The area is, and then to put the variable area. All right. So I think I've spoke enough. I'm gonna set a clock for 2 minutes, and then you guys are like free to go because I know you need
What
time.
are we supposed to do when we get, how do we turn it in? What we do, share?
So you go to. That's a great question. Remember, you click on this assignment, right?
Hmm. And you copy the
And you take the link and you make sure you put the link in as a link here. So add link or a video or link. You click on that inside the assignment and then you save it or submit it. That will see it on time if it's turned in before 8 or late yellow or red if it's turned in super late. Just do yourself a favor and knock it out. All right. But you got to have all those steps. Did you put some music into yours, Carson, or no? In your backdrop?
music.
Yeah, I said that earlier in the video. Okay, so just y'all check the video out again because there's a way that you could put music in there. It's extra credit if you could put your own little music in there, or for your backdrop, put your own image in there. So you have a picture or something. You can actually take a picture of that, email it to yourself, and upload that, or you can upload it using the camera on your computer or cell phone. And that's your backdrop. So you can upload an image there. So that was just the other extra credit part if you can do it. Any questions? We got about 30 more seconds before we move to second period. I'm assuming that's a no. All right. Well, if y'all stay well, I'll see whoever in second period or not, and later on today in GGI, I guess. Try to go to all your classes. I don't want you guys getting that 9-day rule coming upon you. All right. See you all later.
Wait. How do we put a backdrop on there? On.
I'm glad you asked. I'm here till 10 o'clock, so don't worry. I mean 10. Yeah, 10 o'clock. So the backdrop, right, is what you want. And if we come here, can you see my screen still?
Hmm.
All right. So if you see stage, right? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
When you click on stage, you come down and you choose backdrop.
Oh.
And then once you choose backdrop, you got all these things you could choose.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can choose no backdrop and then come over here and click on stage. And you see this tab here too, right? That says backdrops.
Mm-hmm.
We click on that. I'm waiting for its screen to change. There it is. You have a white backdrop. So if you do it here, you can click on backdrop and also get the same thing. But also, if you do it here, you notice you could choose a backdrop, you could paint over a backdrop, surprise, upload a backdrop. And that's what I was talking about. And you also use your camera to take a picture of a new backdrop. You
Okay.
also, in your backdrop setting, can make sound. So I think that's pretty much it. You can look at the video again and it talks about how the sound, you can do the same things. And that'll be your backdrop part. Because you see, I still have it selected. Does that help?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got till 8 p.m., my friend. You need to go ahead and knock it all out.
And then you said how we get the backdrop onto the computer.
Uh, from the computer.
Yeah.
So we go to backdrops. And if you look, you can go to upload. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
And we click on that. And it should open up a menu like my screen is doing. And you can choose all sorts of things.
Wait, what you press?
Went to choose backdrop. And I came up to upload backdrop. Did you find it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all there. Oh, that you got to do on your own. You got to do that on your desktop. So you minimize. If you want, you could click on camera, and it'll access your camera like this. You take a picture of, so like, say you have a picture or something. You could do that, or you could save something from the internet and to your desktop and upload it. It's up to you. But I gotta stop the class because it's 9:59, and I gotta get this video ready to be processed. So
Yeah.
I'm about to let you go, sir. 8 p.m.